Hey guys, it's me, Aubrey. So in today's video, I just want to state, this is to myself and to really to myself and to the world. I'm only 20. Calm down. Sometimes I just be feeling like I'd be doing a walk of shame because I be seeing people younger than me, living better lives. How the fuck are you 16? Not how, I know how, but how are you 16 and you're driving an SRT living out of a penthouse? Where did I go wrong? In the 7th grade, should I have started OnlyFans? Where did I go wrong? Nah, but I'm only 20 and I just want to talk about the loneliness that comes with growing up. And this is my diary, and what the fuck is life, my school update, family update, which is tied to my school update. We're going to get into that. And then my art update, because guys, I've started doing tattoos and I've tattooed my whole arm. I've done something right here on my sides, both above my knees, and I want to do more. I need to do appearance stuff. Yeah, I just want to talk about the loneliness that comes with growing up. It was my senior year of high school that really made me realize, holy shit, I'm going to die. Holy shit, I'm going to fucking die. And it made me so depressed. It made me so sad. It made me so depressed. And it really made me realize, I read The Alchemist my senior year, and it really made me realize that I have one life. I was put into this body, everybody else was put into their own unique bodies, and I have this one life to do whatever I want to do. I'm doing what I choose to do, because for one, I had an alcoholic and a drug addict for a mother, and a drug dealer for a dad. And so I just was I can literally become anything and anyone. And I chose to be an artist, and I'm in school. I'm only 20. I'm in school aspiring to be a doctor, and I'm an artist right now. I do tattoos, I sell my art, and I do modeling and content creation. That's what I'm aspiring to do and to get better at. And so I just feel ever since growing up, I don't know, probably the age of 17, it was probably when quarantine happened that I really realized whoa, we've all got our own lives. I have to have a personality. I have to have that. And so I spent my junior and senior year really trying to just really becoming my own best friend, and really just doing what I wanted to do and being confident in what I wanted to do. Not really looking towards the crowd for validation of who I am, but really just trying to find who I am on my own. And so I feel that led me to be very lonely, because nobody can tell me who I am but myself. And as I started I guess awakening and just, you know, really trying to just learn more about everything, was when I just felt really, really, really lonely, because I felt I couldn't relate to anybody. I couldn't talk to anybody. And then also with growing up, people can tend to get jealous, especially the people that are closest to you can tend to be jealous of you once they see all the progress you're making. Because once I set it out to myself, hey, I want to be this person, I want to do this, I want to do that, and was incorporating the things that I needed to do to become that version of me, there was many people around me, family, friends, being oh, Aubrey, you've changed so much, I remember when, and just kept reminding me of my past. And it was just something that I eventually had to cut them off for. And if I didn't cut them off, I just distanced myself, or I would literally just shut down that conversation, because there's nothing to talk about. And it really kind of bothered me that people kept bringing up my past, because it's I'm changing for the better. I don't I don't really understand why you're upset. But like I said, people can just be jealous, so they can just be projecting. But as like a 20-year-old girl now in college, it's like my friends from like middle school and high school, like I fell out with some of them, or but it's like I still love them. And I have told them that, I've expressed that to them, that I still love them and stuff. But it's just like we're not as close as we used to be. So it can be kind of lonely, and especially just because I'm not a person that, like, I like to make new friends, but it's just like I'm a genuine person, and a lot of people just aren't used to that. So like recently, like last year, I met a girl who I first saw, like I was intrigued by her. I was like, oh, like she's super pretty, and I just happened to run into her because I just was like, I would love to be her friend, like, you know. And I ran into her, and she like did something to me that she had to end up apologizing for, which it wasn't really that big of a deal to me. But I guess it was like out of, I don't want to assume, she never really told me like why she did what she did, but if she was apologizing for it, then it had to be out of malicious intent. And so I was just like, you know, like, it's like I don't really want to go out of my way to make new friends. I just kind of like to let things happen naturally. Like if we click, we click, but I don't like forcing it. And this is just can be kind of lonely. Like especially in college, it can be very, very, very lonely. Like because I'm a person that likes to talk, and I like to, like, you know, talk back and forth, especially about like what I'm learning or what I'm doing. And speaking of school, like I kind of am taking like a gap year again, because I low-key got suspended from the school I was going to because of my father. He called me with a lie saying that his girlfriend had brain cancer, and that was a lie, and he wanted me to move 11 hours away to help him. No one's ever had his back before. He was gonna buy me a car and buy me all these clothes, and you know, like all those things were lies. And when I got down there, his girlfriend was like, I don't have brain cancer. And then the whole time my dad was telling people that I was really down there to help him because he has colon cancer. And I'm like, this is all too much. Why is people lying about having cancer? Please take me back home, take me back to school. So when I tried to go back to school, I got suspended because during my room check, because I thought my dad was gonna come pick me up on that Monday, so I had all my stuff in the middle of the floor during that room check. I have like it's very cool. It's a cool artifact. That's what I'm gonna call it. And they deemed it as a weapon, and they took it. But I wasn't even there to like, you know, defend myself. But so when I tried to come back to school, because I had only been with him for like a week, they were like, "Oh, you're suspended and you can't come back." Da da da. And so I just decided that since what's currently going on in society with the way that the school system is being run, I'm just gonna go ahead and take this gap year to work, or two to work, and to just do what I really want, because I'm only 20, and but I still want to go back to school. Like I need to go back to school. Like that's something I'm doing. So I'm gonna enroll into online school just so I can keep like getting credits so I can graduate on time. But I'm probably just not gonna go back to attend like the university, and I'm gonna just work and do my art and do tattoos. And yeah, so my family update, like this is when it comes to like the loneliness that comes with growing up, because like growing up, I feel like as a child I really didn't understand like why are they being so mean to me. But now that I'm older, it's just like, oh, you're just jealous. And so like it just gets lonely, because it's like I feel like I literally cannot trust anyone. I feel like I literally cannot talk to anyone. I feel like I literally just cannot talk to anyone. So my auntie's calling me, but I'm filming right now, and I'm gonna see her. So and so that's how I really feel, and it really kind of hurts, because it's like as you're growing up and getting older, like it's like as you're growing up and getting older, it's like I start to just like appreciate like the genuine soft realness of a connection. like I don't even have like any friends. I've just backed away. It's just like me and my art alone, and like the people that love me and I love them, but I don't talk to anyone on a daily basis. Like and it's like very lonely. But also, I knew that this was something that was going to happen, because as you're pursuing art, it just gets very lonely, because it's like you're so into your art that you kind of don't care about the world around you. And that's kind of how I've been for like the past 2 years. So it's like I'm sitting here like, I had my head down for like the past 2 years, and I'm sitting here like, oh, I'm so lonely, like, where are my friends? But when my friends were like asking to hang out and shit, I was telling them no. Like, I want to stay home and make art. So, but it is what it is. It's not really a sad thing. It's just like a growth thing, because there's 8 billion people on the planet, and there's more people that are going to love you and that you're going to love. So it's not like the loneliest thing. It's just I'm alone. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, as you grow up, you just start to really appreciate like everything and be grateful for everything around you, because you really understand that life is really a precious gift. Like, I was literally put into this body, born into the family I was born in, even though we have the issues that we have. I'm grateful to be born and just to be alive. I'm grateful to be me. I'm grateful to have seen what I've seen, and I'm grateful to feel what I feel. And I feel like as you get older, it's just like, that's why I just give people grace, because it's like understanding that we're just humans living in a up society, and all you can do is just be the best you that you can and just mind your business, because you don't know what people are going through. And I literally just, it's like you just, I don't know, the more like I've grown up, the more I appreciate a good, respectful, calm, peaceful conversation with another soul. I'm a very, I don't like, people call me deep. I like to have deep conversations with people. I like to really talk to people. I like to really like ask questions, get to know them, and maybe not even get to know them, but get to know something about something that we could talk about. And like, the more that I'm getting older, the more I'm just really like appreciating, like, as long as I had a good conversation and I at least made a couple people smile, made them laugh at a joke I said, then I'm doing all right. Like, make some money, I'm doing all right. And that's also the thing, is like, being an artist is just like, and like the loneliness growing up, is that realizing that I don't care about the same things that other people care about. And I feel like that's why I'm lonely, is because people like I'm different, like people see me as I'm different. But it's just like, I guess as an artist, I don't really give a fuck about money, because all I see is as like a capitalistic society. But it's just like, I have to survive, I have to. Like, and there was a period of time where it was like, I was like living and walking around like I was homeless. And that period is kind of over now, because it's just like, I have to survive. Like, if I'm not going to commit, I have to survive and I have to look well. So, and that was kind of dark, but that was real. Like, so I think I'm going to end this here. Thank you for listening to my little diary rant. Oh, before I go, I do want to say one thing on the record, because I know that people do like to lie and like spread rumors about me and stuff, is that when it comes to my family, is that like, in this whole like loneliness thing, it's because like, if people are choosing to misunderstand you, even though you are an authentic communicator, and they're just choosing to misunderstand you, literally don't go out of your way to try to drop down to explain or lose your mind or try to warp around. Like, why are they not understanding me? Am I speaking a different language? They understand you perfectly. They're just choosing to misunderstand you because they're jealous and they're bullies. Like, my family literally, like, my mom kicked me out the house at 19 years old, telling me to go to the homeless shelter, which is ass backwards to me for this reason. Listen, is ass backwards, because I did not want to drink with her. She was peer pressuring me to drink. I declined. She said, I don't have to give you a plate. I don't have to give you food. I don't have to give you anything. Get out of my house. Go to the homeless shelter. I'm like, because I don't want to drink with you. And she is the reason why I don't drink. So what is the irony? And so what that goes to show me is that, like, I just took that as a lesson. As I'm trying to break my generational curses, the curse is literally going to come up and knock at the door and test you. And so, but you have to, be ready. And so she kicked me out the house, and then she told people that I was sleeping around with her ex-boyfriend, who I would not be able to point out in a crowd. I don't even know who I am. And this is how you know I'm so, like, over and serious about the situation, because I'm a Capricorn, and I'm speaking like goddamn HR. And, like, still Kofax. And so I decided to stop speaking to her and to cut her off, because that was just ridiculous and outrageous. One thing I don't play about is people lying on me and saying that I'm doing promiscuous things that I have not even done. So I did not appreciate that at all, and especially coming from my own mother and her claiming that I want to hurt her so bad, which just goes to show that she is jealous, and that is a dangerous person to be around, and that's not someone that I really want to be close to. And so my family held this intervention for me, trying to convince me that I was crazy, or that I needed medication, that something was wrong with me. And I'm not saying that I'm not crazy. I think everybody's a little crazy. I think if you're not crazy in this society, then, like, you're the real crazy one. And so as they were, like, speaking, they could not give out any valuable information. Like, the story one of my cousins told when she was like, oh, this is outrageous, you need meds, was when a neighbor was being nosy, asked me who I was. I said, who are you? And he said, is your cousin home? I said, yes, she is, lying because I was home alone and I'm a woman. Why would I tell a grown man that I'm home alone? That makes no sense. And so he called the police on me being nosy. And so they were literally trying to, like, say that I was like, something's wrong with you because you cussed out the neighbor, da da da. I'm like, I never cussed that man out. But according to you and the rest of society, is that you want me to calm down. You're telling me as a woman, oh, you need to calm down. You just need to shut your mouth. You just need to shush. And I'm just like, if it was up to you, they would have been got me. You don't want me to stand up for myself. You don't want me to have integrity or be confident in myself or anything. You want me to be a damn doormat. And that's something that I won't do. Something that I will always do is speak my mind and tell my truth. That's something that I always do. And I just really didn't understand, like, the argument that they were making. So I was not upset at all. And I think they wanted me to be, because they kept saying, we don't want you to get mad. And I'm like, I'm not upset at all, because none of you are saying anything valuable to me. You keep saying that the way I act because I'm an artist, oh, that's not normal. And I'm like, bro, there's so many freaks walking around this planet. There's 8 billion people on the planet. And the excuses that they were making to be picking with me because they were jealous were, oh, you're singing and dancing around the house. Is it a crime to fuck with yourself and be your own best friend? Is it a crime to truly love yourself and to be liberated in your own existence because you're grateful to be alive? Is it a crime? That's literally what I tatted right here. But sometimes she danced just because she's grateful to be alive. And so the things that they were picking with me for were literally nonsense. And so I literally, and then they start saying, like, and you need to, and ever since you start watching, it's kind of like, it's literally, like, embarrassing to say, because it's the dumbest thing I've ever heard come out of anyone's mouth. They're trying to say that something's wrong with me because I watched Harry Potter. And I'm like, okay, now you guys are just clearly jealous and just clearly trying to bully me and just clearly trying to make me insecure and just clearly doing and saying bullshit. And I almost said this is what I have to deal with, but I'm not dealing with it. Because, like, I might be here, but I'm not, like, here. Because it's like, look who's talking. Like, and it's just like, the stupidity has left me speechless. And they're getting mad. Like, they're mad at me right now because I call my mom trash for telling people that I'm going around sleeping with that man. And I just haven't been talking to her for a year. And they're mad at me for that. But it's just like, the things you, like, get a life. I mean, seriously. I genuinely fuck with myself. I'm my own best friend. And this is for anybody who's ever been, like, outcasted, misfit, rebel, like, you don't fit in, you're weird, you're too quiet. I'm here to tell you, keep being exactly who you are. These people are literally miserable and will go out of their way to make something up, pull it out of their ass just to see a reaction out of you, just so you can be as bothered as they are by the fact that you are not bothered at all. Literally continue to be yourself. I'm only 20. I'm young, hot, cute, sexy, funny, talented, narcissistic, I don't care. And educated, smart. I wish I had like an imaginary camera so like you could see my faces every time like these like people come up with their crazy misjudgments of me, and I'm just like, what the fuck are you talking about? And so like, what the fuck is life? Like, I really feel like life is really just about kicking down the naysayers and like just throwing potatoes in their mouths, like shut up, and just proving them wrong with like being successful, like in just every action you take. Because literally, I'm so annoyed at the fact that I even had to go through that. Why are we wasting time? The only thing that's wrong with me is the fact that the society is fucked up. They want women to be a damn doormat. Now I can't get an abortion. Now I have to stay married to my abusive ass husband. That's what's wrong with me. Like, I'm paying to go to school and they're not even trying to teach my history. They're trying to push religion into classrooms. That's what's wrong with me. Like, they literally were trying to convince me that I was crazy for that. And I'm like, yeah, if you're not, something's wrong with you. But you know what? It's a quote by Asada Shakur. If only the strong go crazy, the weak just stay the same. You know? And so, but that's all I got for my diary today. And my message to you all is, if people have you fucked up, literally like crash out in the most, I'm gonna, as a Capricorn, I'm gonna try to say like the most like, you know, way, because, and literally don't listen to people at all whatsoever. They don't know anything. Just shut up. Like, my grandma literally told me that my art, she was like, oh, like downtown will never like hang your art up because your art style. And then I walk downtown, I see like somebody's art style is like similar to mine. But I didn't even respond when she said that because I knew she was just being jealous. And so I waited until something good happened to me, which was I was immortalized. Someone used my face as inspiration for a portrait and they put it in an art gallery, and I literally called her up and I was like, remember when you said that? I'm literally in your city downtown right now. Sorry I had to flex on you, grandma, but why are you talking shit? Like, and it's just like so annoying because it's just like jealousy jealousy really ruins a lot of shit. And it's just like, you shouldn't be jealous, you should be inspired. And I think that's gonna be my next video, is how to turn your jealousy into inspiration. Yeah.